Hey gang, and welcome back to the Tavern. We're back tonight with the HeckRazors on the island of Miyamoto. But before we get into all that, we've got a few announcements to take care of first. And kicking things off, a word from tonight's sponsor. We've talked about Impassable Creations a lot on the channel. We've shown you pictures from their website, but does that even really do it justice? Of course not. Without further ado, we've got Bane. We've got Hypnotic Pattern. We've got Moonbeam. And we're not stopping there. They've got stickers, they've got awesome initiative trackers, they've got plushies and scrunchies, all to keep your dice feeling fine and your table on track. So hop on over to impassablecreations.com today and grab something. But don't forget to use our code YBIT24 at checkout for 10% off your order. It really helps us out as well. Next, we've got Kat with some merch news. Kat?
Hey, yeah, that's right. We've got some HeckRazors merch to finally share with you all. From our California Classic collection, we've got this awesome new design featuring our new character art by Tommy Thornberry slapped on some premium tees and hoodies. And then, inspired by our California Classic collection, we've got something that resonates deep within my soul. Our new Heckin' Tired collection featuring our bestest boy George, wearing his new art by Tommy Thornberry. Check out the whole line and a wide selection of premium styles today at You Begin in a Gift Shop. Link in the description below.
And make sure you've liked and subscribed. And then grab your friend's phone to make sure they've liked and subscribed. And then hit that bell icon to get notified each time an episode premieres.
Trying to get my Bluetooth connected now.
Nah, no hurry, man. We're still waiting on Kat to show up with whatever random food she's gonna have. What are we taking bets on? I'm thinking tacos. Tacos or pizza?
She like Chinese food?
Oh, God, that sounds so good. Yeah, she does. Yeah.
I'm thinking Chinese food.
Oh man, that sounds so
Just because I would do morally questionable things for some Chinese food right now.
Yeah, I haven't had Chinese food in a while. I've been on a crab fried rice kick lately for some weird reason.
Yeah, sushi is one of our normal date nights. We haven't done that in a minute.
I actually just had, for dinner tonight, I had some very questionable Hy-Vee boiled shrimp.
Ooh.
They were delicious, though. God.
I fucking bet. Hey, that's how Fry got superpowers.
They smelled a little like Play-Doh, but they were good.
That's just the preservatives. You live.
It really was something. They were kind of just, I don't know.
Kat, what'd you have for dinner?
I got tacos.
Hey, you're right, Jake. Tacos.
Called it. Holy shit.
Are you doing bets on what I'm doing for dinner?
Yes.
I usually do tacos or pizza. It depends.
That was my second choice was pizza.
Oh,
I just made.
To be fair, I only said
honestly
Chinese.
Honestly enough, I just made a taco pizza.
Oh, dude, Casey's Taco Pizza is the best thing in the entire world.
You know what's really, really good? Taco gyoza.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Yes, there's this little bar in Okinawa that would make that, and you would dip it in salsa, and it was so good. Just when you were really, really drunk.
So we returned to the island of Miyamoto, the fort that you guys had just moments ago completely liberated, as it were. I turned off the rain effect on here because for whatever reason that quadrupled the video size, which was annoying. But it is still storming pretty good. Shalla, as your eyes clear, as your control over the lightning storm diminishes, it quietens down quite a bit. It's still raining quite heavily, but there's only a crack of thunder every couple minutes now. It's quite calm. There's really hardly any wind with it either. You brought the storm, and the storm is no longer needed.
Okay.
It is right before right before it gets fully dark out. So we'll say like given the time of year, who knows, 8 o'clock at night ish, or fast approaching. There's still a little bit of light in the air from the daylight that's just now beginning to fade. But we return to you guys. We've got several bodies on the ground. Several bodies were burnt to a cinder. We have Corvin, your bow, I believe, was last seen outside the fort over here where I'm pinging.
That's where I'm heading.
And then your armor is right here on this gentleman. Take you a couple minutes, but yeah, it shouldn't be an issue. The front
Is
gate...
that guy dead?
Yeah, that guy's dead. The front gate's open right now. The two that Shalla had finished off with her lightning that were down here, they'd pushed the gate open right before they fell. So it shouldn't. You don't have to climb any walls or anything, unless you want to. I mean, I'm always down to.
Not taking a chance of any fall damage.
Aw, it's not that bad. It's not that bad at all. Shalla fell out of the area the other day. It was okay. But yeah, you guys are open to do whatever you need to do. We're not in initiative order anymore.
My belongings.
Heck yeah. So, Corvin, are you gonna take the long way out, or?
Yeah, I'll take the long.
Okay. Yeah, it'll take you about I don't know, say 15 minutes if you're going to be really careful about climbing down. 10-15 minutes to go down, grab your bow, and remove the breastplate from this gentleman and get it reaffixed to you.
Well, I'm gonna take it back and pop it with prestidigitation first to get all his blood and gunk and stuff off.
Hey, that's why that spell was invented, man.
I fix it back onto me, grab my bow, re-inspect it, and I'm good.
Cool. What's the rest of you guys doing while he's doing all that?
All right, so we killed everybody, right? Like all these bandits are now objects, not creatures. They're just bodies.
Oh, someone needs to also let Turn out.
Oh yeah, that's right. So he might have mentioned to you guys that there was another captive in there. So far, we haven't checked the tents. We haven't checked inside the tower if there's any ingresses into that. So it appears to be clear, but it's kind of hard to tell. There's a lot of hiding spots.
Yeah, that's a good point. Anybody want to cover me while I start going through areas looking for other guys that might spring out to kill us?
I will.
All right. So
Yeah, poke around with you.
Shalla,
Yeah,
for the next like 9 minutes too, Shalla. So I'd say for the while Corvin's doing his thing, getting his bow, and you guys are gonna poke around for a few minutes, I'd say until you guys meet back up, you still have your hover speed. This is a 10-minute duration. Battle didn't last a full 10 rounds, so heck yeah. And you don't have to worry about dragging your character, up the wall and down the wall or whatever. You can just kind of, tell me where you want to go, and we'll go from there.
Gotcha. I think starting off, we'll look through tents, because I figure if somebody comes out of a door, we can hear that. Whereas if they pop out of a tent, they're silent. So
I got you. So we'll start off with these tents right here at the foot of those stairs you guys are on. It's two tents. One of them is a good-sized tent that could sleep probably 6 or 7 people side by side comfortably with room to roll over and whatnot. It looks like it's a pretty simple canvas stretched over canvas or hide. It's kind of hard to tell without a good look at it, but staked into the ground with a couple tent poles in between. The other one's a smaller one, maybe half the size roughly. A couple benches out front and some benches and weapon racks and whatnot that holds an array of spears, short swords, and scimitars, a couple of them.
okay. I'm gonna stow my shield on my back and use one hand to. Well, right hand's got the axe, and I'm just gonna open the tent. Here in.
Yeah, inside is this gentleman that Corvin had indicated to you guys was named Pern. He's a plump islander that's wearing well-made clothes. They're not really opulent or anything. But there are a number of like little decorations and semi-precious gemstones woven in. He has a 1 foot chained to one of the tent posts. And he turns to look at you, sees you poke in, Scylla, and he lets out a gasp. He's like, oh, please don't hurt me.
No, it's okay. So I see he's chained up, so he's obviously not a threat to me. I'm not here to hurt you.
He's not a threat to you unchained, I'm going to tell you that.
Right, but I know he's not going to try anything or,
As you kind of move in the tent, he starts to like scuttle backwards, like until the chain goes taut and he can't get back any further.
I very obviously set my axe to the side. Hold on, like not gonna hurt you.
Oh,
you're Corvin's friend, right?
Oh, you know. Oh, okay. And he like his eyes are darting around, and he's like making some like serious. He's making some serious mental gymnastics, and he says, yes, yeah, oh, okay, friendly. I'm sorry, I've never seen anything like you before. Wow.
Good. So I'm gonna cast Enhance Ability on myself for boost my strength,
Okay.
and I'm gonna break the chains.
Heck yeah, make me a strength check. You can also strength check and put your proficiency on it for the fun of it.
Okay, so athletics.
Yeah, that works. It's a fancy word
All
for
right.
it.
Can I help?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, Shalla, you can
Nope. And I'm using guidance, so
heck yeah.
Can I use my crowbar?
Crowbar.
You
Actually,
can save the spell slot.
With that roll,
whole team effort to breaking a pair of manacles.
yeah, that no,
yeah,
that
1, 2, 3, go! I just come in and hit it with a bursting arrow. Killing everyone in the process.
Don't do that.
But his manacles will be undone.
Yeah, I break his shackles. I yell out, "We've got a prisoner rescue!" You motion for him to come out.
And he like slowly follows you. His eyes are like darting around like crazy. And I'll say Corvin for about this time you can kind of catch up with the group.
Let me go running up to him. Kind of put an arm underneath him as a way of showing, hey, you're in, grab underneath his arm, and I hold on to him and kind of help him out, get him to this little table over here, and try and find some food and heat it up for him, just to get him, starting to feel a little bit more healthy.
He visibly relaxes when he sees you. He wasn't entirely sure what was going on. He's, he just heard a lot of bad sounds going through that man's ears here recently. But he calms down quite a bit. But he's
I look at him and I say, I told you that thunder was going to take him out of here. These are all friendly people. You are safe here.
Yes,
but
yes.
Keep your eyes peeled for anything you see that might be of interest to us, will you?
Yes, safe, yes, safe, yes.
Yeah. What was going on here, Corvin? Who are these people? Why'd they... I mean, it seems like some group of locals, but...
Well, I was talking to him. They're all native islanders. The reason they grabbed me is because I'm not from this island. The reason they grabbed Pern is he owns ships. He's a merchant. He brings goods and people and outside things from the island back to the...
Kind of. Real quick, he's been trading with the Austrians and the Borealans and taking their wares and distributing them is what he was kind of.
But that's why they took him. They want non-islanders off the island. Shalla, have you ever heard of these people?
So are we the bad guys?
Of course not.
They're trying to keep the island clean to a master race. I'm gonna say no. We're not the bad guys.
I'm pretty sure this is what's happening to Hawaii right now.
Is this a group that has made these issues known to your people before?
I haven't heard.
Or
it's still very new for these people to be here, so I hadn't heard of anyone who was
Objected
unfriendly
that
towards
much.
them.
Yeah, Shalla, this was
I
like,
guess
this
it
was
was
just
kind
a
of
myth, really, like until like,
bound to happen.
yeah.
Not everyone wants to be
Change is
open
scary
to
to many people.
outsiders. But I did not realize that they would resort to this.
Well, they managed to build a base
Yes, that's very
and kidnap people.
unnerving.
They might still be here too, so let's
Yeah.
Back here, where the chieftain sat, where I saw him spend most of his time, where the tribe leader, or whatever you want to call him, sat.
all right. Where's
here?
back here?
I think it's
back underneath the crossbow.
like
Gotcha.
over
Right
here,
there.
like yeah, over here and over here.
Yeah, right there.
Cool.
Check there for any documentations. There may be other outposts. There may be other people who are in need.
Yeah. Are there rooms under these towers?
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So, the central tower there does have a door. It's nothing extravagant. It's just slats that are, they're not even, they're like rough hewn on the edges with like a living edge on them. They're real simple. But there is in fact a door built into it, normal human sized. No windows or markings or anything. There's a handful of boxes piled outside of it, not blocking
Gotcha.
it though.
Okay. I'm gonna stow my axe as I open the door, cautiously keeping it out, like ready to.
I'm gonna knock an arrow and have one ready to send flying in there just in case.
Gotcha. So yeah, you push open the door, and inside there's just like piled, like ceiling to floor, about 10 foot tall boxes piled on the one side from the front of the room all the way to the back, which is about, I don't know, 15-20 foot. It's a big room, and it is piled high on that side. The pile comes out from the wall about 3-4 feet as well. On the other side of the room, there's some more boxes at first, some barrels, and in the very back corner of the room, you see a islander. He's looks like he's in his mid-30s, maybe. Shaved head, no tattoos on his face. He's got wearing like a dark green. Vargo and Corvin, you guys would kind of recognize it as like what the Luminary Guard wears, like almost like robes, but part of his chest is exposed, so it's a little less, ceremonial or anything like that. Very simple. He's sitting crisscross on the floor, with his hands clasped before him. Looks like he's concentrating or meditating. Interesting thing too, he's got tattoos all over his body, much like Shalla and the other islanders you've seen, but his tattoos are inked with gold that actually shines in the light.
Oh, damn.
But he's just sitting there silently.
Is he, okay, so he's meditating, not looking at me.
Yeah, his eyes are closed.
Gotcha. I just call it a greeting to get his attention.
And
Hi?
Corbin lets his bow down and goes, "What, you think you're better than me?"
He
That was a bad joke.
He hesitates for a moment. He doesn't really hesitate. He just remains silent and stoic for a moment before opening his eyes and looking up to you. I take it the rest are dead?
Well, they're not alive.
We do good work.
No.
Do you truly believe you do good work?
Well, what we do well.
It's subjective.
It depends. It also depends on what side you're on.
Subjective. I like that answer. I didn't agree with a lot of their methods, though I'm not happy to hear of their demise. So what will
And
become of me?
I guess that depends on how this conversation goes. Who are you?
You can call me Zeki.
Zeki?
Zeki. It's a Z-E-K-I, if anybody's a note taker.
And what's your role with these people, Zeki? I mean, you seem to be different.
Different. I do what I can to train their soldiers. They're not soldiers. They're just boys. Barely men.
What are you training them for? I mean, obviously, they're trying to pull off being some kind of militia. I mean, that has to have a reason.
Have you seen the boats on the shore?
Quite close, in fact.
I was on one of the boats.
Yes, correct. Do you see how far we
I
are
was
from
going to
the...
give them a look like, you think I'm from here?
I'm not from here, and I don't know where she's from.
It was, okay. But forgive me. It was... his brain short circuits for a second as he tries to process a lot of you. So, and look at this. This is the grandest construction on the whole of the island. It took us a month or two, tops, and we're so far behind this ship out there, and it's the island's fault. So they have this perfect equilibrium that just drives them to continue, to keep going at their pace, just enjoying the land. They live a happy life. Yes, you can't deny it, but they have no ambition outside of their happy life. They want nothing more. These people, the ones that are trying to expel you from the island, they want nothing more than to grow and change and become something great.
Shouldn't they embrace the change that we bring then?
I think they want to be the change, not have someone come and change for them.
You are correct.
If that makes sense.
You are correct. We have the potential. We don't need outside influence tainting our ways. We don't need these foreigners to tell us how to do our, and pillage our land. And no, we
They
need...
aren't telling us how to do anything. They happen to come across this after our storm, and they're here to help us.
For
You
now.
realize what is happening right now is completely natural. This happens all the time, all throughout the globe.
Do you happen to know anything about a supernatural dark force on the island rather than just a foreign evil force? That's
yes,
the real reason.
Okay, it's everywhere. It seems these people brought it, didn't they?
I'm not sure.
Well, think about it. It wasn't until they arrived that this horrible things they started to happen. We've been watching, intercepting their shipments. They're already trying to push their influence out to your communities. They're already sending goods and tools and metals.
Yes, tools to help us rebuild.
Yeah, we're gonna teach them how to make liquor too. It's gonna be great.
Let's not mention that one. Maybe save that.
Mentioning liquor, Scylla just goes, ooh.
Right, it's been a minute. We need to get...
Corvin goes, I want some liquor. I'm going to start looking... Oh, wait. They haven't really discovered liquor on this island yet, right?
They haven't discovered
We have our
distillation. Like,
Yeah,
Type of
it's
fermentation.
just not the same distillation.
exactly.
Gotcha.
Know why the rotten fruit tastes good.
But yeah, every civilization from the beginning of time has been figuring out a way to make some type of Pruno or something. Like,
Yeah, they always end up with alcohol in some way.
there's just an islander with a bathtub and a stick, and he's stirring.
Eyes kind of whited over a little bit.
Perpetually red cheeks too. Yeah, this is
What you're saying is in this process, they've only hit the 1x. They haven't hit that XXX that you would find on the side of most moonshine, right?
yeah, not yet. We're working on that
They've
though.
only hit that first X. Almost up to that second one.
I think there's enough dedication here. As soon as we hit civilization, it might happen. But anyways, back on target. It's not a perfect system, but there will come a time, we believe, at least, I'm not trying to say we're right, but we believe that it's only a matter of time before they want what is ours, and they come to take it, and we want to be ready as we can.
Why do you think they would take it?
Experience. When somebody has something and another wants it, it's only natural to try and take it.
But we share.
And that is the problem that is going to kill our islands.
Why do you say that?
You invite them to your shores, you let them walk amongst our island.
Yes, and I'm sure one day we'll go to their lands as well.
That you welcome them and you trust them and you turn your backs to them.
They haven't given us a reason not to trust them.
I don't think I'm going to win this argument with you.
Can I add that you know that these outside places with much better science can bring medicines to people that are hurting that you don't have cures for? For you, they're death sentences. For others, it's a day of rest. This will only help your people grow stronger.
And then your people cut off our supply when our need is high because you want to teach us a lesson and show us who's in charge.
I'm sorry you see it that way.
You know, I know many medicine makers personally myself, many in my employ. They serve my father. I will bring them to your island and teach your healers how to make this medicine rather than hold it over your head. We mean nothing but peace.
I would have to trust you at that, and I don't know that I can. But I mean you no harm.
Well, as a sign of faith, please. You said he's shackled?
No, he's just chilling.
He's just chilling?
Yep.
As a sign of faith, I don't see that you've been fed like I. Can I?
Oh, no,
can I bring some food?
you misunderstand. I am not a prisoner here.
Oh, well then. The only way for you to have that trust is for us to earn it. So come along with us, stay behind, but we mean you no harm.
You will allow me to go my own way?
I mean, let me talk to my party.
I will find somewhere to go. If you're concerned, there are no more forts like this, at least not yet. There are no more organized groups. Now that Ezra's fallen, I have no interest in leading.
Well, that's good, I guess.
But make no mistake, there are people around everywhere that know the truth.
Well, this fort will need a caretaker, will it not?
I care not for this fort. I assume it will fall into disrepair with,
Well, the fort now belongs to us. And seeing as you are also of this fort, Maybe you should stay behind and contemplate and see the differences. Allow us to be able to show you what we can truly do.
Yeah, we're not here
Stay
to.
here and caretake the fort.
We're not here to rule on the island. We're here to investigate some. We're here to fix some problems. So,
Shalla, the moment that he said that you've claimed the fort, he looks directly at you and kind of shrugs his eyebrows up real high and smiles. And, no, I will take my leave and journey on. There are parts of this island that even I have not seen yet, and I would like to see them. We love this place. That's the thing that you may not understand.
Well, then we hope to see you in our journeys.
Okay. And
Hope
he
our paths cross again.
and Scylla, he looks at you and he kind of like holds his hand out and motions for you to scooch out of the door.
I hold the door for him, and I kind of,
Okay.
I let him pass.
So before he does that, he kind of bends forward on his knees and stands up. Quietly grabs a backpack off the ground that's loaded up. Looks like planning to leave, at least since you guys arrived. And then he whispers to the side, or not whispers, whistles to the side, really short, really low. And 3 between 8 and 12-year-old kids come out of the boxes that were hiding.
Damn.
And he takes up a position behind him and kind of walks forward with them with his arms outstretched between the two in front. And he pushes out past you guys, and they silently walk out of the fort. So what's next?
Well, are we claiming the fort? Say we start cleaning up.
There's the most important thing that we can simply answer right now. I mean, this is the most.
Yeah.
This should be number 1 on our checklist.
I mean, this gives us shelter. This gives us potential food storage.
No, not even that. It's more important than the shelter. Where the hell's George?
George is safe. We got him.
Oh yeah, he's in a cave.
I want him now. He's my therapy.
Yep. No, absolutely. That's why we made sure he was not a part of the shenaniganry that took place.
Yes, we left him in the cave so he wouldn't get hurt.
Can someone draw me a map to this cave? I'll go and get him now.
I'd say you wouldn't even need a map. You guys can just kind of explain. You go out and around the moat, and it's a big rock formation on the outside edge of the moat, up against the cliff face. Easy to get to.
So about what, 20 minutes from?
Oh, not even. You get there at 10. You're good.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys want to, if you guys want to, like spread out and kind of look around the
Oh yeah.
the camp and whatnot. If you guys want to make me just a series of investigation checks, that'd be cool.
And dibs, if you guys find any kind of cool,
Gotta be here to dibs it, bro. Go walk your dog. I'm good.
I just don't think that everyone in the world wants to hear Coda whining in the background.
Yeah, heck yeah, we got Shalla, did you get your roll in? I didn't see it.
Not yet. What did you say? Perception?
Investigation.
Investigation.
Yeah. All right. So, heck yeah, good rolls. Except for you, Shalla, that was something.
Yeah. I'm still thinking about what he was telling us.
I feel you. Heck yeah. So I say, Shalla, with a 9, I'll be a generous god and say around the camp, in both in that room that you guys were just outside of, and along the walls, there's barrels and barrels of water, barrels and barrels of like sweetened fruit wine, barrels of salt, and just a whole smattering of vegetables, mostly tubers and whatnot, some fruits, coconuts, bunches of rice, and bags of linen. Looks like they're cut up for bandages and whatnot. Just tons and tons of supplies. Looks like they've been gathering up here for months, maybe even years. It's hard to tell. Just lots of dried food, some dried spices and stuff. And then scooting on around Scylla, over here you find they've got a small forge set up where they've been smelting down, looks like small amounts of metal that they've either mined or maybe stolen from caravans like Pern. But they've got a decent little forge set up back here. So on the table there is a set of blacksmith's tools, as well as a set of thieves' tools. Looks like they've had to, and you can see a smattering of like chests on the ground that look like they've come from merchant caravans or things like that have had to. They've had to kind of quickly discover how to jimmy into those, and then a handful of swords, scimitars, and daggers, as well as short swords and spears, and the weapons racks all around. I can give you guys exact numbers if we're gonna, pillage everything. Just let me know.
Cool.
And then Vargo, you find a. Specifically looking at these chests and whatnot that are around, there are a few that you find opened in various places. Some of the contents removed, some of them not. A lot of there's a fair amount of gold. I would say about. Let me roll on this real quick. That's not the right
Corvin
button.
suddenly misty steps right into the middle of everybody. What I miss?
And then let's see here. 182 gold pieces, which is, probably the most gold on this island right now.
Yeah.
You also find 3 healing potions and a supreme healing potion as well. In one of these wagons down here, they're simple, very similar to what you saw Finn walking down the road with that you guys loaded Cowla up into. So it's like a single donkey with a single axle. You find a chest that's still locked.
I'll call
I'm
back to you.
checking right
Can any
now.
of you open chests? I mean, we could try to break it open, but
So I got an axe.
It
Well,
does
there's
not.
gotta be tools or keys around here somewhere.
You know what? I'm just gonna
you
go
said
ahead
there were
and try.
thieves' tools in the room.
Yeah, there are thieves'
Yeah,
tools
let me-
up by Scylla. I had found some.
What do those use to try and get into? Sleight of hand?
For lockpicks, yeah, sleight of hand.
Okay, I have a +4 to that. Do you want me to give it a try?
Got 5. I'll grab one up.
Okay, cool, Vargo. Yeah.
You have 5. There's 5 of them there.
No, he's got
Done
5.
this before.
5 sleight of
Oh,
hand.
he's got 5.
Yeah, you go
Yeah.
ahead. Go ahead, roll me sleight
Oh,
of
go
hand,
ahead.
Vargo.
An 8.
8. You kind of fumble around with it a little bit. This is kind of new for you. You've read a couple books, but you get a couple of the tumblers, but it doesn't quite want to go for you. I'll say.
All right, you give it a try.
Yeah, go ahead and give it a sleight of hand, Corvin.
14.
14 will do it. You kind of looking over his shoulder, kind of watching how he does it. You kind of pick up on the idea. No matter what they say about you, Corvin, you're not stupid.
Hey, it was George. He was my good luck charm.
you hit those tumblers, click, 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 and then the last one gives you just a little bit of a trouble, but click, it snaps into place and the chest pops open. It is.
Vargo.
Wanted to say it is a like a really nicely stained chest with some of the tribal island styles etched into it. About probably 2 foot wide by 1 foot deep. Go ahead, Vargo.
Oh, I was just gonna say Vargo turns to look at Corvin with a little admiration, but also some suspicion. Where do you learn to do that?
It's like, how do you know that?
Yeah.
George taught me.
All right,
That's what we were talking back on the way back.
pop it open then.
That's what.
All right.
George knows how to lockpick. His long finger claws pretty good for that.
Maybe.
Maybe.
He just knows how to chew a key.
Today they learned George is chaotic evil.
George is the one true God.
So Vargo, as you open that chest up, you want to roll me a D20, sir. Nothing bad. This is just to see what's inside of it.
Let's make it a good one. 12.
12 is... Cool. You find in this chest, folded up, and it's kind of packed in there a little bit. It's just a little bit, maybe a little too big for the box. It definitely wasn't designed for it. So it's kind of like the sides of it, especially, are kind of like shoved down in it, kind of around you. But is folded up, really intricate, like extraordinarily intricate set of robes. They have a fabric it's kind of thick, but it has the same feeling of silk. It's kind of it's just a really weird material. And it's golden and shimmery, and it's got intricate little accents of deep emerald. Just in a tiny couple of places, and a couple of other accents of a deep, deep navy blue. And it's just folded up neatly, pressed as neatly as it can be, pressed tightly in there.
Oh, well, that looks fancy.
Shalla's gonna take a look at it and go, "Oh."
Would I recognize the fiber or anything about it, seeing as I kind of, my background?
Is this something from the island, maybe?
Yeah, make me, Vargo and Corvin both can make me history or arcana checks with it.
This doesn't have any gems on it, does it?
No gems, no. And it's quite a lot of fabric too. It's quite a lot of fabric.
I got a tie on both. I'm rolling Arcana.
Okay.
21.
Cool.
It's an ability check, right? I'm gonna
guess. Yeah, go for it, man. Okay. Yeah, you guys both recognize...
Since I have a +6 to both, can we say that mine was a history check instead of an Arcana, so we can cover both sides of it?
Yeah, absolutely, that works. It's kind of either or. On the Arcana side, it's more of like the academic Arcana,
Gotcha.
So, especially on the academic Arcana side of things, Vargo, you recognize the style of the robes. It's very intricate and layered, and it's not an exact, but it reminds you of some of the paintings that are housed at the Infinium of mages of antiquity that were well renowned for their work in spellcraft and shaping the Empire. Before the Empire was an empire. And with a history check, Corvin, you're looking at a couple of years ago, there was a little bit of a resurgence in the courtly styles of throwback kind of vintage attire. And this style of robe did make its circuit around some of the more well-to-do members of society. And you remember that it was an ancient Elorian design. Yeah.
So Vargo and I compare notes and kind of share the information that we have with the group about it.
I wonder what they traded this for. or we're going to trade this for.
Or
It
what
seems to be
get it.
from
Look at it
Austria, right?
admiringly because
Vargo, do you want to make me an investigation check? You can use your advantage thing with the pact.
Oh, I'm looking for a tiny object.
Yes. Well, we're I'd say as you're opening up and giving it a really close inspection, a very close, detailed,
Bathroom's over there. No.
I think the fort, the bathroom can be anywhere.
No, it's outside of the fort.
You said looking. No, you said looking for tiny objects. I said the bathroom's over. Never mind. 5th grade potty humor.
Yo.
Yeah, I'd pull out a magnifying glass and examine it.
Yeah, go for it, man.
That was a get to my roll. 13 with advantage and guidance.
Sometimes it'd be that way. Oh, that was insight. You want to roll investigation? Sorry. Just
Oh shit!
Give
I
you
hit the wrong eye there.
Dude, I do it so much. It's like I know they're alphabetical, but I still can't find
24.
things. 24, much about time.
right.
So inside the collar, Vargo, where a traditional garment would have like a washing instruction tag, there's an intricate set of runes that are it almost looks like they're etched into the gold, even though the gold is flowing and soft and delicate to touch, but it almost has that look like it's hammered in, just like it's hammered into metal, but it's etched in a like sun ray coming out from the collar, and at the top of it inscribed is the Elorian text word Makani, Makani.
Sorry, what language was that?
It's the native Austrian language, which you also know is the language that you guys carried over from your.
Who was?
From
is this some?
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Sorry, is this the type of thing that our ship came here to trade? This doesn't seem like. This seems like something that most of the mages in Austria would probably want. Garments of a very high caliber mage.
So I will say that definitely within your position as an artifinder and basically responsible for all of the fun stuff on that ship, you don't. Right, I would say not even you don't recall. You know for a fact that you guys weren't carrying anything with you. Nothing was being brought to trade in that capacity. So this, and
right.
Also given the design of the box, it doesn't look like this came from you guys.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll turn to Corvin and say, unless someone on our ship smuggled this seems to have come from a different Austrian vessel, or maybe an individual from Austria.
Have no idea. It would have to be. I mean,
we're the second ship, right?
You're the second ship that Austria has, but you're the first Austrian ship to ever come this way.
Very strange.
Shalla, what are you up to?
I'm just kind of admire. Is it just a piece of fabric, like?
It's like a whole
did you say it's a robe?
It's kind of like a really. I know there's probably a word for it, but the really bulky ceremonial kimonos kind of.
Okay.
It's kind of like the old school, like
almost like a brocade.
Kind of, yeah. It's a big.
What is the shape of it? Like, is it just a big piece of it? Is it shaped into something?
It's robes. Yeah, it's like a robe.
It's robes. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't know if I said that ever.
Some sort of ceremonial robe, black.
Got it.
Yeah, with a bunch of arcane runes inscribed inside of it.
Yeah. She's just gonna be admiring it and trying to see if she can figure out what the runes say, if it has any words on it.
Okay, make me an Arcana
Try it
check.
on.
Make a what check?
Arcana.
Ooh. She's just dazzled by the prettiness.
You're not well, and it's a type of magic that you wouldn't be familiar with. So your magic is more intuitive and innate and doesn't really rely on a whole bunch of runes. Although some Tomoatli do use runes for various things to try and strengthen their intent. But yeah, it just seems like it's some type of magical rune.
Sorry, how did our country meet this island? Was it like they in the sea or on a different island people encountered each other?
On actually on Corvin's home island, they first met a bunch of Moanwi that were from a much closer island to Anstria. That had just gone on a far-ranging fishing. It's kind of one of those things where you're like driving by and you're like, I wonder what they got there. And then you like get curiouser and curiouser, and every day you kind of get a little closer until you finally, work up the courage to say hi. So kind of like that. And then they talked, they treated, and then they got invited to come further inland and see what all was going on.
Yeah.
So it's possible this may have been something traded during that first encounter?
Possible. It would be highly unlikely for it to get this far away, but it wouldn't be impossible, I wouldn't think.
Well, you've never heard of any of our people on your island, right? I can't, just trying to figure out how this could have come here.
The first people that Shalla has met has been the ones who came to this island. But that something that could have potentially been traded and then traded and traded over and over again between islanders even. It may not have directly come from someone from Austria. If that makes sense. Like how it got to this island specifically. Because this island is almost in the middle of the chain, whereas that would have come from an island that's much more closer to that part of the land. So basically, islanders trade between each other.
It's an islander hand-me-down.
Correct. It is an old enough, like you guys can tell that this is an old, it's an old style, and it's not a reproduction. This is kind of the real deal. And you can, so it could have, in any time in the last 1,000 years, basically changed hands and changed hands and changed hands until it arrived here. It's hard to say though.
I forgot to ask earlier. The other prisoners with us, right?
He's actually still sitting at the table around the center campfire that's not even lit and just kind of staring blankly ahead. He's had a rough day.
I thought he was pigging out on the food I heated up for him.
Corvin, did you hear what happened to the other people they got this stuff from? This looks like a lot of booty.
We kept on, he didn't want to tell me too much. We didn't know who or what was listening in, so we were not giving away any information at all to each other, really, other than we're getting the hell out of here. But we can go ask him now. And Corvin goes on over and pulls up a seat next to Pern. He goes, Pern.
Oh, yes, yeah. He like shakes his head and focuses on you. Like he's got your attention. He's paying attention, but it took him a second.
My friend, take a moment and take a deep breath. Know that you are no longer in danger.
He keeps eyeing Scylla a little bit. He's just like really nervous around Scylla.
Listen, I know that is something you're not used to seeing. Hell, she caught me off guard at first too. They're not usually that beautiful. Trust me. So just relax around her. She is a friend. Plus, you'd much rather be on her good side.
That ain't no joke. There's 4 halves of a person over there. There are 2 people.
You, you can see what happens to those who get on the bad side.
I don't
No,
want
get
that.
off
Take
her
it
bad
as a
side.
threat. Don't take that as a threat. Take that however you would like. But from what you and I know of each other, I think you could trust my word by now, correct?
I guess I don't have a choice.
Well, there's that too. It's called the illusion of options. But anyways, buddy, uh, my question for you is this. What do you know of this garment that my friend is inspecting? Do you know how it
Wait,
got
that wasn't.
on one of your ships?
Yeah, the guy the garment. I'm not familiar. I don't open the chest. I don't. I'm just I was moving wares from a merchant friend in Takor up the coast, going to Malachi, and then on further east to Kalumi. We take a great deal of things for a mini. We have like a small conglomerate of merchants. We work together. We travel the road, and we take each other's.
So it's a supply chain.
Yes.
Is this all from your caravan?
Some, not
Or
much.
were there other prisoners?
Some, not much. The ones there by the gate, those were mine. It was me and
The weapons.
the weapons are not mine. No. I have an assortment of in the other cards, Fargo. As you were looking through those, you would have seen there was like a good amount of Austrian seeds, like sacks of seeds of like various. It's hard to tell what they were, but fruits, vegetables, type of things, and a good amount of like a collected like flatware and like dishes and some like boxes of building materials, nails, things like that.
Things that look like they're ready to set up a settlement.
Yeah, well, it's just clear that they've been trading with the Austrians and the Borealans, I'm sure, for basic building materials and new species of plants to try to
Would I
grow.
recognize where the wood came from? This is from my area, and I've got a pretty good nature background. Would I be able to recognize the type of wood and see if it maybe has a specific region, so we can kind of get an idea of who's trading with who, and where these people are coming from?
Well, I mean, this is exactly what you guys came here to do, is to trade with the locals. So, I mean,
Yeah.
it's really kind of no mystery. It's a smattering of both.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, no, we don't trade weapons. We try to, well, we're trying to, do this, like what they're doing here, just improve our life and build stronger walls and.
Strong walls don't make for good friends. I'm just kidding.
No, but
I
they
don't think
do.
Shalla's quite that naive, but
No, but they do offer some respite from the wind. It's we just trade. We just trade and then. But no, the marking on that comes from another merchant. It was bound for another interested party in Calamai. That's the word I was looking for, which is another town. And you don't recognize the name of that town, Shalla, but he did infer that it was quite far north and west along the coast. Almost knowing that Malachi is kind of situated close to the north, the direct north of the island. You're kind of familiar with that area, especially along the coast. So it must be further on.
Okay.
But yeah, it's nobody's right now. So yeah, you guys can around the camp you find 16 short swords, 8 spears, 8 longbows, and 8 quivers with 20 arrows each.
Nice.
Interesting thing about the spears and the arrows both are the spears are more like a pole with a sharpened edge on it. It's completely wooden from stone to, or from tip to shaft, and the arrows as well. They're carved to a wooden point. So not very effective against armor.
But good for hunting, basically, I guess.
Well, they're when you don't have a lot of resources, they're best you can get, and you can make a bunch of them pretty quick. But you guys, I don't know how much room you guys got in the bag of holding, but you're free to put whatever you want in there.
I'm just going to go ahead and take a longbow and a quiver for myself.
Okay, cool. Scylla likes options.
You go ahead and take the arrows. I've got George.
Heck yeah. And Scylla, while you're over there, do you want to make me one more investigation check, Scylla? Cool. Yes. Ooh, interesting. Hey, not that bad. Looking through the papers that are on the desk that Corvin had indicated was the where the leader was sitting at.
Station.
Yeah, they're you'll find a handful of gold pieces. So there's like say 30 gold pieces in a small sack. Some spilled out onto the table a little bit. There is a handful of papers. A lot of them they're kind of just gibberty-jash to you because it's like just inventories, and it's like sack of potatoes, really boring stuff. It's kind of like they're not they know about bookkeeping, but they don't know how to do it, and they're trying to play grown-up. But you do find a little hastily scrawled map of the area, and on it you can see the fort and its location on the cliffside. And you can see a number of trails that lead off into the jungle the way you guys had come, with a number of little marks where they estimate that they had taken supplies. You okay there, Cap?
Yeah, sorry. I can never tell when these little things play if they can be heard over the...
I don't know either, but I'm going to clip that little tiny little noise you made and make a meme out of it.
Please.
It really was. But on this map, there is a marking to the if you guys are facing, because I've finally figured this out, kind of facing north off of here, this direction, but a ways away from the camp. It's hard to judge distance on this crappy map, but a ways to the west of this camp, there is an area that has several lines crossed over it, kind of like heavily, like it's with a charcoal pencil. And you can see that they're like piled up on the edges where they had like drawn really heavily. And it's kind of like a no-go zone almost on the map.
Seems promising.
Does
Maybe.
it seem to be in the direction that we were maybe heading? Since I know we were trying to find another piece of that darkness.
I gotcha. Shalla, do you want to make me a survival check to see if you can put together your memory of that scrying and
Sure.
your location, and kind of see if you can do a little mental triangulation? 18. Heck yeah. Ooh, good stuff. Yeah, Shalla, you definitely believe that is definitely the direction you guys have been heading before this little detour. So it's quite possible. Shalla, you want to roll me an insight check?
Ooh, yeah. Oh no.
It makes sense in your head that maybe they would, maybe they stumbled across something that they didn't want their people running into again. So they, marked an area on the map to stay away from when they're out pillaging. But you're not sure, but
Okay.
that makes a logical step for you.
Yeah, because she would see that and would just immediately wonder if that's the direction of the what she saw in her scry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say she's pretty confident it is.
She's gonna say, I guess they came across that same darkness that we've been looking for.
Oh, more confirmation of where it is good, at least.
Yes, it is.
Speaking of that darkness, I don't think anyone, except for you, Shalla, could possibly make a use out of this rope that we found. And we'll, probably need every advantage we can, so if you cared to try using that, at least until we can figure out who the owner was or something. I can try detect magicking, if you want.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if that'll help at all, though.
Yeah, if you want to, go ahead.
That'll just tell us if it is magic. Sure, I have one spell slot left, and I will detect magic and check out the robe, and then try to do a quick pass over the camp while it's up for 10 minutes.
Cool. It is indeed, when you cast the spell, it lights up brighter than almost anything you've ever seen. It is also almost a pale comparison to the Whispering Vale tucked into Shalla's pack. You can even from inside the bag, you can see light bursting forth from it. But it is indeed quite magical.
That lets us know, but
Kind of wistfully rests his eyes on the Whispering Vale for a few seconds, and then, this seems like it is a very potent magical item, and based off of things like this that Corvin and I have seen, it's probably someone who's fairly proficient with spells who usually wears this sort of thing. I suppose Scylla as well, you know some magic. I don't know if either of you know the type of magic that this is normally used with, but it'll be more useful to you than for Corvin or I.
Yeah, and I'll just on that as well.
Gotcha. And what is it again?
They're mage robes. I don't know exactly what they do, but powerful spellcasters have worn them in our country's history.
Maybe. My magic's not arcane based, but definitely give it a shot. See what they do.
Yeah, as you put it on, Scylla, you can feel a light, tingly feeling as it rests across even your armor. You can almost feel like it's resting on your scales. Aside from being a really nice, cool, silky material, which is, sometimes silk has a want to be very warm. It's cool on your scales. And you can tell that there's definitely some power to it, but it does not seem like it's attuned to your type of magic, Scylla.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
And Vargo, you would have definitely felt strong abjurative properties from it, specifically.
Okay. Well, definitely seems like it's arcane. You seem to be more storm magic or something, right, Shalla?
She her magic take, yeah. I mean, she can try them on and see what it does.
Yeah, this would definitely be a...
This would be more wizard thing.
That's what I'm assuming.
Yeah, just to keep you guys from going insane, I will say that this is a really cool item, but I don't believe any of you guys can attune to it.
Okay.
Yeah, we can just give it
like to put it on
tries.
Yeah, Shalla, you can put it on if you want to. I mean, it does look dope at the very least.
So does anyone have a way of telling what the hell it is?
I could, but I have a limited number.
Don't we have the ability to take a short rest since we cleared this out, or at least a long rest to regain our strength?
We could definitely do a short rest. If you want to take a long rest, that's something you guys can discuss.
I want to...
What time is it?
Finish looking around before we short rest, though.
Yeah. And Shalla, it's probably 8, 9 o'clock, probably 9 o'clock. Maybe pushing 10 o'clock by now. It's getting a little late.
Oh, it's night
Yeah, it's nighttime. Yeah, you guys attacked
Okay.
close to dark when the storm came in.
So then, how many more spell slots do you have, Vargo?
I have one. I meant I have to use a consumable item to identify magic.
Oh, got it.
So I mean, if it's something we can't attune to, it might be a good time to use one, but we also don't have anything else we can do with it right now, so...
Ooh, I can wrap George in it. But
I don't think George needs to be wrapped in it. He has his own fur.
Yeah, it's
don't want to
George
damage
is
it.
only the best.
It is insanely humid too.
George is a prince among creatures, and we must treat him so and adorn him as such.
George is literally pooping while you say this.
His will be done.
Yeah, keep
George's will be
the
done.
Poop machine away from the magical items.
All right, well, hold on. I'm going to go take this poop machine, pick him up, carry him over, and let him finish his business on the fire, and then use prestidigitation to go ahead and create a little bonfire here going for us. Even though it's raining, should still be able to get a fire going to get that pot going, right?
You can light a fire. It tries to light, but the wood's pretty wet from the rain already. But you do notice, Corvin, back in this tent here, is a actual fire going, a cook fire going that they had prepared. It's got a chimney built into the tent that keeps the water from coming in.
Then I'll go over there and start throwing stuff together to eat.
Okay. Yeah, and there's a ton of stuff to eat here. Like, there's food everywhere. All kinds of food, familiar Austrian foods, not like anything intricate or anything, but there's some good, meats and dried meats and whatnot, and all kinds of goodies.
So they don't want them to come here, but they're happy taking their shit.
Yeah.
Hey, arm the war.
It's called a double standard.
Yeah, really.
I assume they wouldn't want to leave it there for someone else to.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah. They're not necessarily right, Shalla.
I know. It just seems very hypocritical to Shalla that they would go on about how they don't want this influence, and yet here they are with their stuff.
Politics, man. I don't know.
I know.
So you said this is the kitchen, correct?
It's kind of like it looks like it was thrown together as an improvised type of situation.
Would there be any kind of knives, cooking utensils, things like that in there, like a cleaver of sorts?
No cleaver, but there are an assortment of knives that have been...
I wish you would have said yes to the cleaver.
Well, I don't know that they would have that. But yeah,
there's like a big butcher's knife.
You could, they've got machetes around.
I have no short melee weapons at all. No like physical melee weapons at all. So if I ever get in a situation where I run out of arrows.
You sound like 16 short sword.
Yeah.
I know.
We're surrounded by weapons.
No, I'll tell you what I can do for you is we could say that there's a machete, which, you could call that a cleaver.
Clearing.
It's a heavy blade that can cut good. Yeah, we could do that, and just for
thank you,
just for flavor or whatever, we'll call it a short sword.
10-4. Thank you, sir.
Hey, no problem at all. Yeah, do you want to make me?
Work that in there.
Do you want to make me a survival check to get some dinner cooked up, Corvin?
Absolutely. Give me just a second.
17. You for a lowly guard, Corvin, you make a mean meal. You take some time. They had
lots of time in the kitchen with mother and the servants.
They had a thick fish stew going already, which you were able to add to. You found a loaf of bread that they had baked up using. Looks like maybe they probably used the forge as a little bit of an oven, and some fresh fruits and vegetables, wide smattering. Some grapes even from Austria that have made it this far over. Yeah, you make a good little smattering.
Shalla will sprinkle some of her little herbs that she has on it. Just anything to...
Heck yeah.
Or just leave anything else out for him to use, because I do have that, whatever it is, that spice pack.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about
Yeah.
Whoa. We need to be able to make it through the night alert.
It's not that kind of herbs.
Wait, is it? Can it be?
I mean, it could be, I
Can
guess.
it be? Can
I don't.
For me, it sure is.
I don't know if it can. I'm gonna look at this real quick because I'm so curious.
This
I always
is
figured it was
the
like
THC-friendly
paprika, salt and pepper, and cayenne, and that sort of thing.
While holding the pouch, use an action to expend one of its charges. It's got. I don't know how many charges it's got. 10 charges. Speak the name of any non-magical food seasoning, and receive a
Oh, I
pinch.
think that's what I have.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
that's Heward's handy spice pouch.
Oh, okay.
So I mean,
Cool.
it just depends on a point of view. If you wanted to say that herb is a food seasoning, I mean, it could be for a certain type of cooking.
Yeah,
From 8 to 10s, you can.
But for this, it's
Herb.
not. For this, it's just, enhanced flavors and stuff.
Gotcha. So that's herb, not herb. Got it.
Yeah.
20 minutes from now, everybody's inside that tower. It's completely smoked out and hot boxed. And I told
Cars
the
are pretty.
I told the pouch I was going to use it for cooking.
I told y'all we'd have gold tattoos tonight too.
And before I go, anything else you want to look at around the fort?
Yeah, just go look around for any other sources of magic.
Okay,
Around
yeah.
the place.
Roll me a perception check with advantage, sir, with the detect magic up, and we'll see what we can find.
Let's see, perception with advantage.
This is just my fancy way of rolling on my table. 19.
19.
Cool.
Oh, should I not have had guidance for that?
Oh, I don't care. We're just going loosey-goosey with this. This is a D20 table, so it doesn't really actually matter. You find I'll say 2 for a 19. I'll say 2 boxes. They're very small boxes. In fact, you've seen one of these before back in the town of Shalla. What was that first town we went to?
Oh.
Was it Cow and I? Scylla had found a similar box to it. It's really intricately carved with island motifs and runes on the outsides of it, with a couple of gemstones set into it in a couple places as well. And as you open up one of them, there's a really intricate carved golden needle sitting on a bed of silk.
Carved golden needle. Is that anything like anything I've seen before? I assume it's the magical thing.
Yeah, so Scylla had found a similar one in that first town you guys were in, and hers was actually labeled, and it was
Oh, it's a tattoo.
yeah, it's a spell tattoo of some type.
An unlabeled one, huh?
Yeah, mystery box.
All right. So you said there was one of those in one of the boxes?
Yeah, in one of the boxes, and then the other box is identical to it. So you're pretty confident you got 2 of them.
And these don't have labels.
Correct. No, they're just they're blank.
Well, maybe one of these I will toss a what is the exact name of that? An archivist tag?
Okay, cool. So this is a Spellwrought Tattoo 4th level. Roll me 2 d20s, sir.
That's a 7 and a 12.
7 and a 12. And I'll give you both of them at the same time. So the first tattoo, or we'll just say one of the tattoos, is Dimension Door. And the second one is a hallucinatory terrain spell.
Interesting.
And
Are these ones where you get to cast it once, or it teaches you it?
these are once a day, or once a long rest.
Okay. Once a long rest, gotcha.
Yep, so it's Dimension Door and Hallucinatory Terrain.
I haven't really had a chance to take a look around to see if I see anything that interests me.
Okay, well, point me out something on the map you're interested in looking at, Corvin, and I'll let you know if it's been looked at, and if not, we'll roll for it.
I'd like to check out these tents over here, kind of in this back area where these kind of crates and these
Okay.
over around here.
Gotcha. Cool. Roll me an investigation, sir. That is the craziest path I've ever seen in my entire life. That's awesome.
Hey, that was a misty step, sure.
He misty stepped everywhere.
All right, I'm looking for an investigation, correct?
Yep. Hey, 11.
An 11.
Right on. Okay. What you find there is some rather cramped tents that have kind of bedrolls almost stacked on top of each other. Kind of looks like most of them weren't sleeping in this tent. They kind of were outside sleepers, but they drug them under for the rain. And as well as you find a pouch with about 15 gold pieces in it. And you find 2 small rubies that are worth about 300 gold pieces each.
Damn. They shall make fine earrings for myself.
Heck yeah. And I think there is one more place that we haven't ransacked yet. Scylla, do you want to roll me one more investigation check, Scylla, for this tent back here? We kind of looked at the table, but not really the tent. A 10. All right. Cool. With a 10, you are going to find in there a sack with 10 gold pieces in it, one for each of those abilities. And you're also going to find a sapphire and a regular, like a regular sapphire, worth about 500 gold, and a strange bag of currency. There's 15 of these. They're like a dull gray metal, and they've got mint markings on them that you've never seen before. And they're kind of light, and they almost sound like, I mean, you wouldn't know what plastic is, but they almost sound like plastic when they clatter.
Gotcha.
But yeah, as you guys kind of pick through the fort and kind of, comparing notes and whatnot, you guys all gather up under the large tent that Corvin's got dinner going in, and have a nice little supper after a long day's work. Anything you guys want to talk about at dinner time?
So, guys, what did I miss?
Well, we took care of the rest of the people that attacked us after they stole you away.
Good.
Yeah, that was mostly it.
Right.
Was
And then
tracking
we
you
went and
here.
found you. Yeah.
We found George on the road. He was trying to find you. Very heroic.
Oh, he's my boy.
He's just
Guys,
he's sitting there
thank
chewing
you
on a
for-
stick.
Thank you for coming to find me, for coming to rescue me.
Yeah, of course.
Wouldn't-
Um,
I wouldn't be here without you, so I made you a wonderful deal, or a wonderful dinner. I caught you a delicious bat.
That's so good. Shalla,
Well-
do you want to make me a history check real quick? And go ahead, Scylla, I'm sorry.
We'll settle this first.
I'm just not paying very good attention tonight.
That's cool. You go ahead, Scylla. We'll come back to that in a little bit.
We're good. Yeah, well, if we're going to sit and organize so that this doesn't happen again, we need to have some bit more discussion on what we're good at and what we can do and where we come from and who we are. Because I'm happy to adventure with you people, but I'm honestly not sure who any of you are. We haven't actually sat and had that talk yet.
yeah, I forget. Did our countries know about each other? very much.
So
Scylla's and
Scylla's would likely be aware of you, but you guys have not met the Dragonborn of Ulara.
Would I have
Nope.
with my background?
Yeah, even with they're fairly isolated. They're isolationists.
Yeah.
We tend to keep to ourselves. This is a special case of me coming out. We were attacked a few months ago, and I'm just trying to, I guess, investigate or find something linked to that. I guess that also kind of coincides with some nightmares I've been having and the darkness on this island.
You're attacked by something that was like this darkness?
Yeah, so where I'm from, my people were led by a bronze great worm, one of the few dragons left in the world, and we were attacked by a silver dragon, which, yeah, very, very interesting times. And so I'm trying to, I guess, find answers related to that.
Do you know why the silver dragon attacked?
It was possessed by something, and when it was slain, that darkness left. It sunk down into the ground and ran off, and then
That's right.
your patron tracked it, and that you've kind of been following.
Yeah, so that's where I come in.
So you've encountered a darkness, but we don't know if it's the same one.
And it would have been like 3 months ago ish. Now that would have happened. But yeah.
Yeah. Who's next?
well, Corvin and I know each other from Monstra, of course. We're just part of a sort of initial trade and goodwill delegation that our country sent here. We're the other ship in the harbor.
And you're both archers?
Yes. I am, not a full scholar or anything, but I've been around new cultures that we've discovered in the past, and Corvin is sort of a assistant bodyguard, royal guard.
Bodyguard.
We'll go with that.
He's an assistant and a bodyguard, or he's an assistant to the bodyguard?
So
I'm an assistant to the regional
he's the assistant
manager.
to the assistant.
Someday I'll make it to the big time.
Oh, sorry, I was going to say, we were planning to explore the island and meet more of the locals here, and this expedition after this strange darkness seemed like a good opportunity.
So you have a formal combat training or self-taught?
I'm mostly self-taught. There was a bit, like a class or two maybe, but it's more of, at least for me, my own personal direction towards it.
Especially when you kind of made it up, so.
Yeah, do they have these where you're from? And he'll show you the crossbow. He always has over his back more closely. It's my own design. I don't know if anyone else in the world has come up with this sort of thing.
We have more traditional bows, more like what Corvin's got.
Yeah, I find this one...
Tried and true.
If you're not an expert with it, it's a lot slower than traditional bows, but it seems as though you can fire harder with less effort.
May I see it?
Sure. He'll pull out his hand crossbow as well and show that to everyone.
Let me see the hand.
He's going to shoot Shalla.
You what?
No, I'm not handing him any bolts, just the crossbow.
Can I see one of those bolts, please?
After I get that back. We don't
I'll
want
turn
any...
around and fire it the other way. I want to see if I can fire a magic
It will
arrow
hit
off
me
of it
somehow.
before we hit. No, it will not.
All right, we can go outside the front gate and you can fire it over the moat. That way, there's no way you'll hit Shalla if she's inside here.
No.
Definitely no way.
He's got
I definitely don't have like an arrow magnet on me.
He's got that curved shot ability.
That's only if I miss. So you all should be very, very happy that I have that now, Because if I miss a shot, that would have hit. Or if I miss a shot, I can re-roll and curve the arrow to another target within 30 feet
What if I'm the only
of the
target?
original target.
Sorry,
But you can
Shalla.
shoot at objects
original-
and stuff. It's not like a magic spell where you have to target a humanoid.
Got it.
Yeah.
So the object he shoots at is Shalla's shirt.
No, it's her
Um,
earring.
Yeah, I'll take you outside and let you
Wow.
try firing a couple bolts, I guess.
All right.
Let's see if I can fire off a bursting shot.
All right, Corvin. It would be just you can make a regular bow attack. We don't have to go about switching out items and whatnot.
I
Whoa,
mean, you
no
know, I've got
proficiency.
Yeah.
I do have crossbow.
Oh, do you have crossbow
Well,
expert? So
well-
you just pick it up and it feels natural.
Yeah, I guess it would. It's not even so much about it being a crossbow in that sense. It's just that Corvin's pretty
natural.
quick to learn
I was
and
by
quick
the
to.
finest generals. I mean, by the finest people who weren't generals in someone's army. Let's go
We're
outside.
not in the military.
Shallow. What's an army? No.
Private citizens. You're on
Yeah, that's
corporate
it.
business,
Just,
not military business.
I was a police officer. Yeah, that's it. I was a police officer.
We'll say you. What are you shooting
I
at?
was just rolling normal too.
Shooting at a tree or
I
something?
just rolled. Yeah.
Yeah, you're
then
able to
I
hit
won.
it.
Let's say I missed. Just pretend. Let's say I missed, and then I hit the curving shot.
Okay. Yeah, it's actually a tree. It's a palm tree wearing a full set of plate mail. Actually, for this discussion only.
Okay.
You can't go loot it.
That tree magically cast shield.
And speaking
All right,
Vietnamese.
Oh shit! One of their casters made it. She just cast like tree form or whatever it is.
Well,
And then hold on, here it goes. Well then, fine. I will knock her down with grasping arrow.
but and you're at it. It does work, Corvin. And Shalla, as you say that, funnily enough, with your 5 history check, you remember finally that one of those casters did indeed escape.
Oh shit! They did.
They did.
Where'd they go?
Don't know. But you might want to mention that to somebody.
Oh, by the way, I think one of their spellcasters got away.
Wait, the one that kidnapped Corvin?
Yeah.
Or a different one? How did they...
Someone from. Yeah, I don't remember how they got away.
So, Vargo, do you want to roll me a history check, sir?
Oh, I'm Emba.
Yeah, you do. It was indeed. You know that there was 2 spellcasters in the group. One of them, Shalla had taken down with a bolt of lightning. The other one had done a Thanos space stone teleport away, the same way that
That's right.
they did when they stole Corvin.
Oh, shit. Well, we should have locked down this place and searched for them first.
Oops. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, can we go try to
Guys, don't worry.
close the front
George has
gate?
been-
And...
George has
Maybe-
been standing guard this entire time.
Yeah, maybe a couple people stand guard out here, and a couple other of us go look through this entire place real quick.
Yeah, I would say with you guys, as the time you guys took poking around and everything, you're pretty confident she's not here, and you do remember that it was essentially Dimension Door is what she used, so she booked it somewhere far away.
Could have gone a ways. Sorry, are we like eating dinner and getting ready for a long rest now?
If you want to be.
I just wanted to
Like 10
double
o'clock at night,
check.
so
I
think
think
we probably would.
I'm gonna pull out the needles that I found and say, look, I found more tattoos. I was gonna use
What do
this
these
one
tattoos do?
if that was alright with everyone. This one can teach Dimension Door, and this one hallucinatory terrain.
Oh, interesting.
I think hallucinatory terrain would be really good for Scylla.
And probably get the
Wouldn't
dimension more druid.
Yeah.
Or whoever.
I'm just here.
Oh, I've already got a great kit. But yeah, we still we got one more party member to talk to. So, Shalla, you're like a religious leader here, yeah?
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
no. No. I am a so I am a Tamoatawi. I
God bless
can
you.
sense when I can sense
Sorry.
when the storms are coming, and I can read the currents to know how to get around the islands.
You're like a navigator type.
Yes. Yes, we navigate and we know when severe storms are coming so we can evacuate to a different island if we need to. Obviously, our buildings won't always survive, but at least we do. But she's basically just from this bigger island near the. She's not from the town, like the big town where the people are, but she is from near it.
Gotcha.
Kind of like a I don't know, almost like a shaman-ish thing without the
Yeah,
without the
it's
peyote.
shaman-esque. Yeah, well, we might have peyote. You don't know it.
Please tell me you do.
Wait, no.
You have cactus here?
No, it wouldn't. It would be something else. It wouldn't be peyote.
It's actually
What do you think
We have
makes
some
George
special
so
plant
chill?
that enhances us.
it's
Sure,
actually
there's no good trick.
it's actually secreted from George's armpits.
Why do you think I've been so happy since I found him?
Guys, Corvin is licking the sloth's armpits again.
He's just doing that for love of the game.
Oh god. Oh god. I can see the fan fictions now. Oh god.
No.
Oh God! Please do not ship me and George.
Oh,
34.
it's happening. George,
Corvin.
George has got a like +10 to his seduce roll, so
Nice.
George, it's not like this, George.
oh
It's just
god.
all
Let
his
it happen
it's just
naturally.
all his natural charisma stat.
But yeah,
Which means he'd make one hell of a hex blade.
he really would. He'd be really slow,
Yeah.
but as night kind of winds down, you guys are totally able to, like Vargo and Corvin, when you guys come back in from shooting the crossbow, you guys can pull the door shut, no problem. But yeah, if you guys want to set up watches, that might not be the worst idea in the whole world.
I'll
Did
take the first one.
Shallow.
Shalla want the dimension door? Somebody mentioned that.
I thought you were gonna take one.
Yeah, I was gonna, and then somebody.
I
I don't know if
yeah,
anyone
I
wants
did.
hallucinatory terrain or anything. I just don't have much magic, so dimension door would be a good pickup, I think.
Shallow would be happy to
Yeah,
take
I'll-
territory terrain. That'd be fun.
You just take attunement, right?
Yeah, they take attunement, and they
You-
can be unattuned and passed on to somebody else if they,
Oh.
so they're reusable.
Neat.
Cool.
This is a lesson, kids. Always share your needles.
Gosh.
Well, they don't actually have to pierce the skin either. They just
you
touch
just
the
hold
skin.
it.
Yep. And you guys feel free to, in your downtime or whatever, if you want to I'll give you guys complete control over what the tattoo looks like and where it goes on your body. So yeah, what is?
Face a little tattoo time.
What is this one called?
Which one?
The Mike Tyson.
Is it just a spell rot tattoo?
Yeah, spell rot 4th level, and it's
Oh,
you can
4th, okay.
yeah, and then you can just customize it and tell it that it's a hallucinatory terrain. And I don't think there's any way to like link it, so you just have to pull it up and kind of read what it does and kind of know.
Got it.
And we can pull it up if you need to use it sometime. It's no big deal.
Okay.
But yeah,
Chow will go last.
I can go. I think I was doing the first two
Okay.
because I have the prance, right?
oh yeah.
Or
Follow.
do half elves get that?
I don't know. I played one and I don't know because my whole party just slept and I just slept.
Looking
I
on
don't
D&D
think
Beyond.
they do.
No.
And
Okay, so I'll just do the first watch normally then.
Okay, cool. Well, then we'll just do 3 watches.
I'll
so-
take a second.
Okay, that works.
Third.
Okay, yeah, well, you and Shalla can double up on it and have advantage. Heck yeah. Well, first watch, Vargo, you are up, sir.
Yeah, perception.
Yeah, do perception.
18.
18's not bad at all. It's quiet. Like, there's a crickle and crackle from the fire in the cook tent that's still going a little bit. But the rain has stopped about halfway through y'all's dinner. So now there's just the ever-present drip, drop, drip from the wood and overhanging structures, from the tent flaps coming down. There's hardly any wind, and there's just a faint drone of crickets off in the distance. But your watch goes by uneventfully. Then that brings us to Mr. Corvin. Will you make me a perception check as you wake up for your watch?
10-4, boss man. An 8. I've been spending most of the night just focusing on George.
Heck yeah, you're on watch, but you're kind of like just sitting there, kind of getting lost, playing with George as you spend a couple minutes putting a couple logs on the fire to keep it going. But 1 second. But yeah, it's your mind's elsewhere, and it's quiet out. You'd hear anything if you snuck up on you. You're pretty sure.
Don't forget, George's poop turns into a wonderful fire starter. So that's what I've been throwing on the fire.
It's a steady stream
That's what
of
I meant when he said logs.
George logs.
That's what I assumed.
But yeah, your watch goes by pretty chill as well.
Specificity belongs to the DM.
We're not going specific. But yeah, your watch goes by pretty chill, and so you wake up Shalla and Scylla, and can you all make me a perception check? With
You
advantage.
say with advantage?
Well, if one of you wants to roll it, you can roll it with advantage. Otherwise, you can both roll individually. Either way.
They already have a +10 to it.
I'll give you advantage and guidance.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, let's let her go ahead and roll, please. My perception is 0.
You're asleep.
Shalla sees what's going on the moon, and
Yeah, say it. And just for the hell of it, since I got guidance, that's a solid 30.
hell yeah.
She sees into the future.
I do.
For all you people at home that don't know, 30 is the highest DC listed in D&D 5e. So,
Oh, damn, really? Fuck. Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
I did not know that myself.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, they go back to the 3-5 rules where they go up to like 65 or something.
Now, how would you even get that?
Anywho, Shalla, with a 30, about halfway through your break watch, you're just listening to the rhythmic dripping and dropping of raindrops that are collected on surfaces. To Scylla, it might not sound like a rhythm, but to you, you're in tune with it, and it's a clear rhythm, and it's a quiet, peaceful night, and it's nice. It's the air smells like it does after it rains a good deal. There's still a little bit of charge in the air from the electricity, and you hear it almost sounds like a whip crack far in the distance. So I'm going to give you a reaction right now. Do you want to do anything?
If this seems threatening, she's gonna go ahead and cast a Flame Blade.
Okay, cool. So you summon your Flame Blade, and Flame Blade has a verbal component to it as well, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I will say in that instance, then Scylla, you definitely notice her do this, and Vargo and Corvin, can you guys roll me perception checks from your sleep? See if you guys hear
Yeah,
her.
definitely. shield and axe up.
Can I just use passives? I'm asleep.
Yeah, you can use your passive. Both of you can as well. You have that option in this case.
18 for me.
Okay. I'd say both of you guys hear Shalla make her incantation and summon her flame blade, and you hear Scylla hefting her axe and getting up. So you guys are all awake, which is a good thing. A flash of blue light at the top of this right-hand wall as the missing spellcaster dimension doors in, and I need everybody to make a dexterity save. This is a magical effect or a spell, if that counts for you, Shalla.
Thank God, the first decent roll I've had tonight.
Is it a charm or anything?
It's a spell.
Aside from that one check, I have not been rolling very well.
Corvin good. Scylla good. Vargo good. Okay, so you guys are gonna take half damage, and Shalla's gonna take full on this when it rolls.
And so my temp HP is probably gone now, isn't it?
Yeah, your Storm's Ascension's gone from the rest. Oh no, the temp HP's, it is a long rest, so yeah, it's reset. It's back to 0.
What that long rest with?
Shalla and Scylla have their long rest, yeah. So that'll be 17 fire damage to you, Shalla, and then half of that, so 8 to the rest of you guys. With the worst fireball ever, and then that will get us into initiative, so you guys can go ahead.
It's raining. That's why.
I gotta end combat first, sorry. And then I'll put you guys in initiative.
Oh, oops, I already rolled.
Yeah.
And I don't want to give up that initiative. It's a 22.
I'll modify you into it. That's fine. Shalla had leading us off, Shalla, you are up. You just took a fireball to the face.
Alright. Well, Shalla's gonna do Storm Ascension.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that'll be all. Well, I'll try to push her.
Okay, that's strength saving throw. She's not stupendous at those. She's probably getting pushed. 5 feet, and roll me a d6, Shalla.
6.
Hey, there we go. First damage in, that counts.
Oh shit, nice.
You gonna stay where you're at, or you gonna move?
Shalla's gonna stay where she's at for now.
I love it. Right after eating a fireball. And Corvin, you're up, sir.
All right, I'm gonna move over here to get out of range of everybody.
Still within fireball range. Stands up.
Yeah, as I said, I'm pretty sure fireball reaches a long, long way. That's why I'm not.
No, I'm getting out of the range of hitting you guys. So you're not in the direct path. I'm thinking ahead.
Heck yeah.
I'm gonna aim at her and say, "How dare you interrupt my beauty sleep? Do you know what I've been through in the last couple of days?" And I'm gonna fire an arrow at her.
Absolutely. Roll to attack.
Yeah.
14 will miss.
14 to hit. Do you see what you're making me do? Do you see this? And I'm gonna fire another attack at her.
Go for it. 16
16 to hit.
will hit, but she's going to cast shield, and that arrow goes flying through the air.
Oh, so for the rest of her turn, she has +5, correct?
Yep, she does indeed. Anything for a bonus action, Mr. Corvin?
I'm thinking. Now you're really pissing me off, and I'm gonna step back, use the rest of my damage. I use the rest of my movement to get over here.
Okay, sounds good. And that brings us to Scylla. You're up.
Alright, I'm gonna move up. My as far as my movement will allow, and I'm going to cast Hold Person.
Ooh, nice. Wisdom save. She's not great at those either. Oof. She is held.
All right. All right, that'll be my turn.
Okay, and that brings it to her turn, and she is going to attempt to make a wisdom save. I do need to look at one thing real quick. She rolls an 18. What's the save, Scylla? 15. Okay. Yep, she unfortunately shakes off the effects of it after a moment, but she did lose her turn, so that's something.
Absolutely.
Anything for bonus action for you, Scylla? Or you? Yeah, we already did.
Yeah, my turn's over.
Gotcha. Fargo, you're up, sir.
Alright, so I'm gonna do my Gloomstalker 40 feet. Can I still see if I move up, or do I need to attack before I move?
I'd say from where she's at right there, from that close up, it's probably pretty hard to see her.
Okay, this is where I'll go to, but I'll fire first before I move.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna use my last spell slot to Hunter's Mark.
Okay, perfect.
13 to hit.
13 will miss.
My Gloomstalker attack. Yeah, 14.
14 will miss, unfortunately.
And I need one more level for extra attack, so I will be done after having Hunter's Mark during Mist twice.
I gotcha. Shalla, you're up, ma'am.
Oh no, she's just out of reach. Dang.
God forbid you move.
can move.
No, she's not. She's a king. She can only move one piece.
Yes, that's true. I can move up. Ice knife.
Fireballs.
Okay, 17 does hit, so she needs to make a dex save, which she's also not good at. But I think she's gonna make it though. So she'll take the 8 piercing damage and she'll take 3 cold damage.
Okay.
That's still damage, Shalla. That is still
Oh,
damage.
yeah. No doubt. She's also going to push her.
Okay, cool. That is a strength saving throw, which she is, again, not good at. And she fails.
She's really good at avoiding my attacks, that's for sure.
I want to roll me 2d6, Shalla, because she's up against a barrier that she can't be pushed over. She's short.
Oh, okay. An extra 10 damage. I'll take it.
Yeah, heck yeah. All right. Man, that whole person really kind of screwed her up. Corvin, that brings us to you, sir.
All right. First thing I'm going to do is use my bonus action to slap her with Hex.
Alrighty, what stat are we hexing?
I just get a 1d6 if I...
Yeah, but it also imposes disadvantage on some stuff.
Okay. Wisdom.
Wisdom?
Yeah, we'll just keep it a
Yeah, it works. Yeah. Wisdom works.
All right. Sorry, just trying to make sure I'm...
Oh, no, you're fine, man.
All right, I will attack her.
Absolutely, go ahead.
There we go.
Yeah.
29 to hit.
29 hits. She can't do nothing about that.
Yeah, that's nice. I say, do you see what you get? Do you see what you get when you find a stranger in need? That'll be an 11 damage.
Alrighty.
Followed with the second attack.
Go for it.
Oh, wait. Plus 1d6 for Hex.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh, nice.
Another 6 damage, so that'll be 17 damage.
Heck yeah.
Now for my second attack. Does Hex only add 1d6 one shot per turn, right?
It should be everyone.
Yeah, it's every turn. It's a dope spell. It's like Hunter's Mark. It's very similar.
Gotcha. Wanted to be sure. All right, then we're gonna attack with the kinsman again.
Go for it.
So I was trying to there we go.
Okay.
Oh, ignore the d6, but still a 25 to hit.
Yeah, 25 hits.
All right. Needs to be damage plus 1d6. There we go.
15 damage.
15 damage.
Heck yeah, nice.
And on that, just to help the hold person, I am also going to fire grasping shot at it.
Okay. And
Using that last one.
Yep, so she is grappled and grasped. Roll that poison damage.
For an additional 5 poison.
5 poison damage. Good turn, Corvin. Heck yeah. All right.
What was that? 27 damage? Oh, I could have even action surged. You know what? Screw it.
Go for it, man. Yeah, go for it.
I'm firing well this round. I'm going to action surge this off and see if I can't finish her off. And back.
Oh, yeah.
28 to hit.
28 hits. For 12.
Plus d6. Oh, hold on.
Oh, no, I'm just doing some math, man.
Another 14 damage.
Heck yeah. Nice, dude. She's looking
Plus-
rough.
Yeah. One more attack from the kinsman.
Oh, 12 will miss, though.
And that one, I just go, I'm letting you off easy. Turn around and I start looking at the stuff on the desk. You guys take care of the rest.
All right, Scylla, you are up, ma'am.
All right. So, and she is grappled, yes?
Yeah, she's got grasping
And
vines
grasp.
covering all over her.
Cool. I'm gonna bolt up the stairs as best I can. I think my movement, with the dash, will take me up to her,
Okay, right on.
and no further actions to do anything else.
Okay, sounds good. And that will be her turn, and she is going to hold her hands up and make a swirling gesture as she casts Dimension Door.
Before she does that, she needs to take her damage for the first turn whenever she moves.
She's not moving in that traditional sense. This is one way you can defeat that.
Okay.
Yep, and as she's over there, she's going to use a bonus action to charge 2 essence runes. And you see 2 glowing purple runes appear above her forehead. And then as her other part of her action is going to cast... Scylla, Vargo, and Shalla, can you guys make me a dexterity saving throw?
Can do my best.
That's all we ask.
Oof.
10, 3, and... Oof. Ba-dum-bum.
I'm not doing so hot at these dex throws.
I know, I love it, actually. It's the best. So that's 35 fire damage to Scylla and Shalla.
35?
Yeah, it was a good roll. It was a good roll.
17 to me?
Yep, that's 17, Vargo. As she casts a fireball on you guys, that brings her turn to a close. Vargo, you're up.
There goes my hunter's mark.
And your eyebrows.
There goes my storm of sense too.
And your eyebrows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna take a shot at her and try to apply favored foe.
Okay.
If that hits.
Absolutely, roll that beautiful bean footage.
Rather than that time. That's 20.
20 hits.
17 piercing.
17 piercing, and she's going to use her 2 charged essence runes to reduce that by 6, so that'll be 11 piercing. Go ahead and do second.
Oh no, I only have one attack per turn
I got you.
until we level up again. And then I will, I guess, run. There's 30 feet. Yeah, I'll move over there and then put away my heavy crossbow with my items around.
Sounds good. That brings us to Shalla. You're up, ma'am.
I'm gonna use Ice Knife again.
Okay, sweet.
I like this spell.
Yeah. Roll that. Or cast that. Or whatever.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits. And that is a dex save.
Mm-hmm.
Not a bad dex save. She's gonna beat it. So that'll be 6 piercing and 3. Heck yeah, Shella, you throw your ice knife at her, and it buries into her collarbone and detonates like a needler from Halo, and she collapses to the ground.
Dang.
That brings combat to a close.
Oh, I never had any doubt in any of us.
She was...
loot her corpse.
Okay, yeah, Corvin, go ahead. She was right around there, that's fine.
Yeah.
You want to roll me an investigation check, sir? Anybody that's looking at her, you're more than welcome to.
Sure, I'll go up there and take a peek.
She doesn't have any pockets, so you know.
No.
Of course not. It's a woman's dress. It's not going to have any pockets.
There are no pockets in it.
Wow, that's a impressive set of rolls, guys. I'm so proud of you.
We detected absolutely nothing.
Thankfully, there is not actually much going on. She's got a looks like an amethyst or some other type of purple precious gemstone around her neck with tied with a simple leather strap, likely a spell focus of some type. And she's got nothing else on her person. But as you're looking over her, you can definitely tell that there are a series of brands that are in between her tattoos, like you'd seen on some of the previous ones, on both of her arms.
I'll go ahead and grab on to it.
Fanatic.
Or I'll go ahead and grab that spell focus. Just kind of tuck it away for now.
Okay, cool. And Vargo and Shalla, if you guys want to make me Arcana checks, you're more than welcome to. Looking at those tattoo brands things. Shalla, what is going on?
I know. It's just not my day.
Vargo, as you're looking at these brands, and Scylla, are you over there with them? Are you over by the tent away? Just for...
Oh, yeah, no, I'm over by the tents now. I'm just kind of...
Okay.
Things have calmed down. They're dealing with that. I'm getting set up for the day.
Okay, sounds good. Vargo, you're looking at these brands, and you can recall seeing when you were doing your investigations earlier, you recall seeing some descriptions of these brands, or not descriptions, more like relief drawings or like a charcoal rubbing in one of the ledger books. It didn't really have anything written next to it, but you're kind of able to put together with your like a little bit of trial and error and a little bit of just thought processing it out. You noticed that she was doing something that a lot of spellcasters can't do, in that she was casting big, powerful spells quickly in succession. And you kind of start to wonder if maybe these brands aren't maybe how they were able to do that.
Oh, Shalla, you should brand yourself.
Just hold still.
Yeah,
It's always
they were
in the past for others to have a brand of some sort.
Can I look around for something that looks like it may have been used to do this branding? Like, did we run across any shaped metal pieces that look like they may be used for that?
Maybe needles of some sort.
Oh, Brandon,
Well-
you wouldn't use a needle. You would use
Yeah.
something else.
I would say,
I didn't
Vargo,
know if there were specific brands different from needles.
there is the forge area of Vargo. You didn't really look over it very much, but Scylla had found a couple nicks and doodads over there. You're more than welcome to go check if you'd like.
Yeah, maybe give that a more thorough look through, and I'll kind of shoot Shalla a question as I head over there. Is this? You said you hadn't seen these before, right? It seems like they were gaining some sort of power through the use of these brands.
It's not so much that she hasn't seen it before. It is a known practice. Some islanders do go as far as branding themselves, but the whole idea that her magic could be coming from it is new. So that's...
Or maybe not entirely from it, but is enhanced by it or something.
Being boosted or bolstered by it.
That is very, very... It's not
And
something that I've ever seen.
then, yeah, I will go investigate for magical branding irons.
Yeah,
or
go for it.
something like that.
Give me investigation, sir.
That's the guidance. 9.
9. But no big deal.
I'm still all sleepy. Nobody can investigate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it really is. Seems to be the case today, doesn't it? But sure enough,
Corvin sees that everything's under control. He's going back to bed to finish up this long.
fair enough, Corvin. Vargo, you do quickly find a set of looks like 8 different brands. They're on a long like a 3-foot piece of cast iron, crudely cast iron, and attached at the end they're long strip bands that are curved slightly with different series of engravings on each one. They also
sorry, go ahead.
They also did not ping when you were once overing the camp with the detect magic earlier.
We saw someone else with brands before, right?
Yes, there were some of the scout leaders that you'd previously fought, and kind of thinking back to some of the bodies laying around the fort, even still, because nobody really did anything with them. There were a few that did have brands on their bodies as well that didn't appear to have any magical abilities. So I'll say, riding on that 22 Arcana, you gather that the physical brand might be a part of the equation, but there's likely some other type of actual enchantment that's involved that happens during.
I would ask that. Okay. Is there a pattern I can do they all have the same pattern of brands, or are they using these in different ways?
Each one of them is distinct, and you're kind of starting to think that maybe the individual brands coincide with the abilities that they're able to do outside of the bounds of normal mechanical rules. So
Okay.
basically, the way these things work is each one of those brands is a spell that can be enchanted during the process of to basically provide it.
So it's kind of like the tattoos,
except they can cast 2 of them per turn.
Can I go compare these to all of the people who we saw use abilities during the fight and try to figure out which brands went where on their bodies?
Absolutely. I'd say it'll take a little bit of time, but yeah, you're able to quickly find the brands on the girl that you guys had just taken out match for the brands There's one brand. There's two brands that match to her. Is what I'm trying to say. Sorry. And I'd say roll me a separate Arcana check to see if you can try and determine these magical glyphs.
Okay.
15. So I will say that the one you're quickly easiest to determine. There's one that they're all kind of degrees of tribal in nature, but there's one that has kind of curving, licking flames, and you're pretty confident that that might be the fire magic that she used against you guys.
Okay. Yeah, can I, see, we don't have any sort of, like, pencils or anything, do we? Maybe before putting these in the bag of holdings, take some charcoal and write a number on each one, and then try to categorize them, kind of.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll say that most of the other tattoos in the group are on people that didn't show any magical capabilities, so it might just be some type of either initiation or badge or some type of, thing like that, ceremonially.
You're one of us.
Right. Yeah, that type of deal. But as day begins to break, anything else you guys want to do around the camp?
Moment.
I don't think so. Just, if you can
Gonna
add
get
those to
ready
your
for the day.
bag of holding inventory.
Oh yeah,
What
we
is
don't.
it?
I'm
I
gonna,
cannot take those.
We
I'm gonna
might.
poke around off of these tops. No one's really kind of been up there yet.
Okay. So yeah, Corvin, up there, there's really not a lot going on. There's a couple of like wicker stools that are for sitting. Aside from that, there's really not much of anything going on up there. It's just kind of a couple. There's an arrow here, an arrow there, but it's pretty Spartan for watch keeping only for the most part.
What am I adding to the bag of holding
Just
again?
as suspected.
Would you say it was 12 different ones? Or
eight
many
different
were there?
brands, I think. Yeah, 8 different brands.
yeah, 8 magical brand things that we're not sure how to use.
And then you can add any of those swords and weapons if you want to. That's completely up to you, Shalla. They take up a little bit of space, but not really much.
Okay. Is this going to be like the, what is it, a Shadowfall brand or something, or should I just make a different thing?
Just a custom item whenever you get a chance. You can just add, you click add item to bag of holding, and then you can click add a custom item.
A custom item.
Yeah. But cool. So we will call it there for the night, guys. This is a good kind of a natural stopping point, and we'll next week we'll start moving on towards the next destination, whether that's towards the darkness or anywhere else you guys want to go. One more thing I want to do, actually, before we progress. Shalla, do you want to make me a... Are you still logged in?
Yeah.
Okay, will you make me a wisdom saving throw?
Ooh. Yeah. $22.
22. We're going to end the game right after you hear a voice in your head, a feminine voice in your head say, hello. And that'll be it for the game tonight, guys.
Cool.